If there's one thing that I've learned in all the years that I've been doing this job, it's that there's a very clear distinction between a house and a home. A house is quite simply a collection of bricks, whereas a home is all about the love, the memories, the laughter. It's about not just the property itself, but the settings and the surroundings. It's about the neighbourhood and the people who make it up. And we summarise all of those things in one word, and that word is community. Now, ironically, it's community that quite literally runs through the DNA and the fabric of the property that we're here to show you today. And that's because the impressive plot that today's property sits on was once a bustling feature for the local community. It was a spot where people would come together to exchange stories and to share a laugh, often over an open fire. But over the recent years, unfortunately, the spot became dilapidated, it became run down, and it was at that stage that my clients and the current homeowners came in to build something quite special on a spot that's got so many memories for so many people. Now, the property that we're here to show you is a substantial detached home. It's essentially been built from scratch by my clients. It represents a turnkey purchase and it's ready to move into. It's positioned in pre-sold just off Head Dyke Lane. So if that sounds like something that could be a good fit for you and for your family, then please stay tuned to today's feature. Welcome to Escape to the Fylde. Welcome to Meadowdale. Now, this property is set back in private and exclusive grounds, but to the front of the home we've got nothing but a semi-rural outlook, agricultural fields and open spaces for as far as the eye can see, and that really is quite in keeping with the grounds of this property itself. Now, the plot stretches all the way around the house, but to the front we've got no less than 200 tons of stone which come together to form this superb courtyard position, which not only makes for a great first impression but also offers as much off-road parking as you could ever wish for. Now, it has to be said that as soon as you walk onto the grounds of this property, it really does feel quite grand and like something quite special. But will that impression continue on the inside? Let's take a closer look and find out. Come with me. Now, beauty tends to be subjective, but one thing that's not subjective is quality and attention to detail, and it really is quality that stands out from the second you come into the entrance hallway here at Meadowdale. Now, everything that you can see from the staircase behind me, to the doors on the wall, to the floor under our feet is solid oak wood, and that really does just draw you in and make you want to explore what else this property has got to offer. Speaking of which, I can see a sneak peek at the exposed brickwork in the reception room just beside me, so let's start today's tour there. Come with me. So we've only been in the house a matter of seconds, and the words quality and attention to detail have already been used. Now, whilst we saw quality from the second we walked through the front door, it's really in this room, in the family lounge, that attention to detail really comes to the surface. For example, just look at what a gorgeous focal point we've got in the shape of this exposed brickwork fireplace, which houses quite an incredible log burner. But before you take a closer look at that, I just want to draw your attention to this timber beam up top. Now, not only does this look fantastic, it was actually hand-sourced from Blackpool Pleasure Beach, so it's got real ties to the town that we've come to know and love. Now, I've already mentioned that the current homeowners really have rejuvenated life into this plot. Now, if that wasn't already clear based on what you've seen already, then what you're about to see next will blow you away. See, the original structure of the property actually used to end at this point, so there was an exterior wall that took you straight into the garden to the back. So everything that we're about to see from this point forward was actually built by the current homeowners themselves. Now, that gorgeous oak wood flooring that we saw in the entrance hall and the lounge only continues into this space. It's worth me pointing out that this room, as with every single room in this property, it's got underfloor heating which is temperature controlled specifically for each space. That even extends through to the kitchen to the back. Now, speaking of the kitchen, that's a room that I've been really looking forward to showing you, so let's take a closer look. So hopefully you can see for yourself just why I was so excited to introduce you to the family kitchen. What a fantastic space we've got here. Now, what I love about this Neff designer kitchen is how aesthetically it works in complete contrast to some of the earlier rooms that we've seen in this home. Now, it's been finished to a sleek contemporary standard. We've got quartz work surfaces which don't scratch. We've got as much built-in storage as you could ever wish for. And thanks to this enormous chef's island, which sits central and houses the induction hob, you've got as much space as you need to make food whilst you look out into the garden through these huge bifolding doors which offer you an entire wall of glass. Now just behind me we've got yet more storage in the form of the cupboard space, the built-in pantry, we've got an integral oven and grill and enough space for an American style fridge freezer. Now this space is finished off perfectly thanks to the mood lighting up top, which does a great job of making sure that those quartz crystals really sparkle under the lights. Beyond the family kitchen, we've got yet more square footage, a space that the current homeowners are utilising as a home gym. However, this could provide additional dining space if required. So as we transition to the front aspect of the home, we find ourselves in a secondary reception room or a snug. Now what I love about this space in particular, apart from the gorgeous feature fire of course, has got to be the dual aspect views and just how much natural light floods into this space, thanks in no small part to the bay at the front of the home, which offers patio doors that take you straight into the grounds to the front. In addition to all that, also on the ground floor we've got two WCs, we've got a reception room which could be used as a home office, a utility room and a storage space. Now even in properties as well proportioned as this one, you tend to find that once you get upstairs the square footage feels a lot smaller than what it did downstairs, but in this property, thanks to the vendor's choice of decor, the high ceilings and these glass panels, upstairs feels every inch as spacious as the property does downstairs. Now speaking of spacious rooms, all 6 of the bedrooms in this property are good sized doubles, but none more so than the master suite, which really is something quite special. So let's take a look there first. Now in a standout home such as this one, you would hope to find a standout master bedroom, and standout is exactly what we've got. Now this incredibly well-proportioned room has got a walk-in wardrobe to the back and an incredible balcony to the side, which gives you a peek into the private grounds. You can just imagine getting up and sitting out there with your morning coffee as you plan the day ahead. Now this space cosmetically has been finished off to a great standard thanks to the seller's choice of design and decor, but for me, as beautiful as all of this is, a real standout feature has got to be the ensuite. I'll let you take a closer look. To the front elevation of the property, we find an additional 3 double bedrooms. Now each of these rooms has large double glazed sash style windows which give you a peek into the courtyard at the front of the home. Now the master suite set quite the standard as far as bedrooms go, I'm sure you'll agree, but bedroom 2 is certainly no runner-up. This bedroom is quite special in its own right, thanks to the sheer size and also the fact that it's got an ensuite to the back. Now the ensuite features a walk-in shower, but not any walk-in shower. This walk-in shower doubles up as a steam room, can you believe it? Now it's got a real regal feel to this space, thanks in no small part to the sash effect double glazed windows, which give you a dual aspect view into the grounds to the side and the rear. Now as we discussed downstairs, it's often the attention to detail that really makes a space stand out, and we see that here with this designer Gucci wallpaper which covers this feature wall just behind me. So hopefully today's feature has given you a real insight into what this truly spectacular family home has to offer. However, there's more to this property than first meets the eye. For example, we've got an incredible fruit tree in the back garden, which is perfect if you enjoy home baking and you want to make the most of that gorgeous kitchen that we saw earlier today. Now, as well as that, the vendors have taken care of every attention to detail, from the drainage through to the electrics that now run to the fountain and the entrance of the property, where the new homeowners can add electric gates for extra privacy if needed. Now as you can see, the garden space here is vast. There's more than enough space for the children to play safely and freely whilst the rest of the family watch from the sidelines. So if you'd like to arrange your very own private showing and see firsthand exactly what this home has got to offer, then please do give me a call on the details that follow to arrange your very own private showing. My name's Ben, thank you for watching.